Hello and welcome to the Temple of Tomes with your host, Indie Comics Jones. Today's June 5th, 2021, and this is episode 319. Moths is what we're looking at today. This is an Awa Upshot comic. This is one of 6 in the arc here, and brand new arc, brand new story. And just real quick look at the cover. Is on the cover we have Emily Kai. Now she's got some kind of DNA thing going on. And you can see in the back here, there's some kind of mysterious looking fairy type creature. Not sure exactly what that's supposed to be. But, it's a pretty picture of a beautiful woman. So we'll go with that for now. Let's take a look to see who worked on this. Get to that page. There we go. J. Michael Straczynski is the writer. Mike Choi is the artist and cover artist. The letterer is Sal Cipriano, and the variant cover artist was Carr Andrews. So for right now, it's hard for me to recommend this. I just don't feel I really know what's going on with it. We'll take a look at some of the interior art in just a moment, but just the story is getting kind of drawn out right at the beginning, and it has to do with a virus that has swept through the world, and it was dead. This virus was very deadly to many people, but some other people it kind of went dormant inside of them, and it makes some kind of change within them if they wish it to happen, I guess. And Emily Kai is one of these people that has this dormant virus inside her. So it either kills you or or you can become a mutant, or there's a chance that you'll become a mutant. So she doesn't want to tell anybody. Basically, she's keeping it a secret. She feels she wants to change. Oh, and also once you go do this mutant power, find out what this power you have is, you only have 6 months to live. So they have to decide, do I want to go through this and only live for 6 more months, but I could change the world, or do I just want to live the rest of my life? And so she doesn't want to tell anybody that she's contemplating this. What she has noted is those that have come out or sought help through the normal medical system, the government takes over and they're imprisoned, and experiments and whatnot are done on it. The better way to go about it is just to suddenly announce publicly that you have gone through the change. I guess it's supposed to be like from cocoon to moth type thing, and just display your talents at that time so everybody knows you're there, and the government really can't step in and take you out at that point. Now, the one example they give here is this guy can fly. He found out, and so he's been flying all over the world, and he has apparently like 27 more countries to go or something like that. So she's contemplating, she's going to leave home because just the things that have happened at her house. She actually owns this home because her mother gave it to her. And that was the other thing, was this strange dialogue that went between her and her mother, because the father got the infection from the daughter. The daughter thought she had a cold, so she came home, brought it with her, and the father got it and died. And so the mother is holding that against her, which I thought was kind of a weird way to go. Instead of just being a tragedy, she's blaming her for this for her husband's death. So she's sad about the whole thing. I guess she still loves her mother, misses her father, but she leaves the house. She's going to go to a safe home. She takes buses and trains. There's no way to follow them. There's no ID required, apparently. And then she finally makes it to the safe house where she meets Stacy. Now, I'm not sure if Stacy has made the change yet. It's kind of undenied, or it's not really told at this point. And then there's other guy there, too. And he's just kind of hanging out, and I think he's going to go through the change as well, I'm assuming. It's just strange. Now the art in here, it almost looks like they took photographs and painted over them. The whole thing is very beautifully done. The tones and everything, very nice. The shadows, but I do get the feeling that they're working from photographs. Maybe it's a modeling software or something. I just don't know. I'm not that in tune with all the latest technologies on these things. So one of the things she does before she makes a change is she's going to make sure that she can. So they have a private physician come, and this way they can keep it off the books because there's a house call, and she checks her, and by looking into her eyes, she's able to see she's got this kind of um, like almost galaxy type looking situation going on, which you would normally see, but Emily has actually summoned that to come up for the doctors. So her friend Stacy is setting up this show for her, and they're going to the theater to check it out. In the meantime, they run across one of these mutants that has changed on his own, but his only power is he can kind of make this DNA spiral come up from his hand, and so he's kind of a bum. He's begging people for $1 to show him this trick that he can do. So it's a you don't know what kind of power you're going to get when you activate the dormant virus. So she's kind of she thinks it's going to be something good, and obviously it's probably going to be something pretty important because we got a comic going and the stories about her. So there's a flashback to when her father had the sickness, and they euthanized the father because I guess he was suffering. At the mother's wishes, that Emily did not want her to die. But then this is when we get the backstory about how mad that the mother is at Emily, which seems not plausible. I don't think any parent could be that mad at their child because it wasn't anything intentional that they did. It just was more tragic than anything else. So they're checking out the theater where Emily is going to do her surprise reveal of her power. And it's the day of the surprise. She goes to the theater. They have this show. There's this audience. Some of the people know there's going to be a change. Other people do not. And she's ready to go. And she goes through her change. She floats up and then falls down. And that is where it ends. So we don't know a lot what's going on in this. So it's hard for me to recommend at this point. I don't know what direction it's going. It was well made. This comic is well produced, obviously, but I'm just not sure the story is going to be that intriguing. Okay, here's the cover for the next issue. Sometimes 6 months is a lifetime. That's their key saying. Issue 2 goes on sale on July 14th. Then you get something from the writer, Mr. Straczynski, and a couple of mock-ups of Emily Kai. Then we have Chariot. I reviewed Chariot yesterday, or Thursday, I guess. So this issue number 3. Issue number 4 comes out on the 23rd for that. Erratic just finished. This is probably an ad for the trade. Volume 1, June 9th. I think that was a pretty popular story. Fight Girls just came out this month, I believe. So this will be, oh no, it says issue number 1, July 7th. I apologize on that. And there you go. There's some of the publications Awa Upshot is putting out this month. All right, thanks for stopping by and listening to my review. As always, please like, please subscribe, please leave comments, and we'll see you next time at the Temple of Tomes. This is Indie Comics Jones bidding you adieu.